This is a reading of the Holy Qur'an as translated by Maulana Muhammad Ali and read by Tisa Muhammad. This is a 30-day reading of the Holy Qur'an broken down into 30 parts. Bismillah Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Part 6, Surah 4, Al-Nisa, the Women. Section 21, Ayah 148. Allah loves not the public utterance of hateful speech, except by one who has been wronged, and Allah is ever hearing, knowing. If you do good openly or keep it secret or pardon an evil, Allah surely is ever pardoning, powerful. Those who disbelieve in Allah and His messengers and desire to make a distinction between Allah and His messengers and say, we believe in some and disbelieve in others, and desire to take a course in between, these are truly disbelievers, and we have prepared for the disbelievers an abasing chastisement. And those who believe in Allah and His messengers and make no distinction between any of them, to them He will grant their rewards, and Allah is ever forgiving, merciful. Surah 4, Al-Nisa, the Women, Section 22, Transgressions of the Jews, Ayah 153. The people of the book ask thee to bring down to them a book from heaven. Indeed, they demanded of Moses a greater thing than that, for they said, show us Allah manifestly. So destructive punishment overtook them on account of their wrongdoing. Then they took the calf for a god, after clear signs had come to them, but we pardoned this, and we gave Moses clear authority. And we raised the mountain above them at their covenant. And we said to them, enter the door, making obeisance. And we said to them, violate not the Sabbath. And we took from them a firm covenant. Then, for their breaking their covenant and their disbelief in the messages of Allah and their killing the prophets wrongfully, and their saying, our hearts are covered, nay, Allah has sealed them owing to their disbelief, so they believe not but a little. And for their disbelief, and for their uttering against Mary a grievous calumny, and for their saying, we have killed the Messiah, Jesus, son of Mary, the messenger of Allah, and they killed him not, nor did they cause his death on the cross. But he was made to appear to them as such, and certainly those who differ therein are in doubt about it. They have no knowledge about it, but only follow a conjecture, and they killed him not for certain. Nay, Allah exalted him in his presence, and Allah is ever mighty, wise. And there is none of the people of the book but will believe in this before his death, and on the day of resurrection he will be a witness against them. So for the iniquity of the Jews we forbade them the good things which have been made lawful for them, and for their hindering many people from Allah's way, and for their taking usury, though indeed they were forbidden it, and their devouring the property of people falsely. And we have prepared for the disbelievers from among them a painful chastisement. But the firm in knowledge among them and the believers believe in that which has been revealed to thee, and that which was revealed before thee, and those who keep up prayer and give the poor rate, and the believers in Allah and the last day. These it is to whom we shall give a mighty reward. Surah 4, Al-Nisa, the Women, Section 23. Previous revelation bears out Quranic statements. Ayah 163. Surely we have revealed to thee, as we revealed to Noah and the prophets after him, and we revealed to Abraham and Ishmael and Isaac and Jacob and the tribes, and Jesus and Job and Jonah and Aaron and Solomon, and we gave to David a scripture. And we sent messengers we have mentioned to thee before, and messengers we have not mentioned to thee. And to Moses Allah addressed his word, speaking to him, messengers, bearers of good news and warners, so that the people may have no plea against Allah after the coming of messengers. And Allah is ever mighty, wise. But Allah bears witness by that which He has revealed to thee, that He has revealed it with His knowledge, and the angels also bear witness, and Allah is sufficient as a witness. Those who disbelieve and hinder others from Allah's way, they indeed have erred, going far astray. Those who disbelieve and act unjustly, Allah will never forgive them nor guide them to a path, except the path of hell, to abide in it for a long time, and that is easy to Allah. O mankind, the messenger has indeed come to you with truth from your Lord, so believe, it is better for you. And if you disbelieve, then surely to Allah belongs whatever is in the heavens and the earth, and Allah is ever knowing, wise. O people of the book, exceed not the limits in your religion, nor speak anything about Allah but the truth. The Messiah, Jesus, son of Mary, is only a messenger of Allah and His word, which He communicated to Mary, and a mercy from Him. So believe in Allah and His messengers, and say not three. Desist, it is better for you. Allah is only one God. Far be it from His glory to have a son. To Him belongs whatever is in the heavens and whatever is in the earth, and sufficient is Allah as having charge of affairs. Surah 4, Al-Nisa, the Women, Section 24, Prophethood of Jesus, Ayah 172. The Messiah disdains not to be a servant of Allah, nor do the angels who are near to Him. And whoever disdains His service and is proud, He will gather them all together to Himself. Then as for those who believe and do good, He will pay them fully their rewards and give them more out of His grace. And as for those who disdain and are proud, He will chastise them with a painful chastisement, and they will find for themselves besides Allah no friend nor helper. O people, manifest proof has indeed come to you from your Lord, and we have sent down to you a clear light. Then as for those who believe in Allah and hold fast by Him, He will admit them to His mercy and grace, and guide them to Himself on a right path. They ask thee for a decision. Say, Allah gives you a decision concerning the person who has neither parents nor children. If a man dies and he has no son, and he has a sister, hers is half of what he leaves, and he shall be her heir if she has no son. But if there be two sisters, they shall have 2/3 of what he leaves. And if there are brethren, men and women, then for the male is the like of the portion of 2 females. Allah makes clear to you, lest you err, and Allah is knower of all things. Surah 5, Al-Ma'idah, the Food. Section 1, Perfection of Religion in Islam. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. O you who believe, fulfill the obligations. The cattle quadrupeds are allowed to you except that which is recited to you, not violating the prohibition against game when you are on the pilgrimage. Surely Allah orders what He pleases. O you who believe, violate not the signs of Allah, nor the sacred month, nor the offerings, nor the victims with garlands, nor those repairing to the sacred house, seeking the grace and pleasure of their Lord. And when you are free from pilgrimage, obligations, then hunt. And let not hatred of a people, because they hindered you from the sacred mosque, incite you to transgress. And help one another in righteousness and piety, and help not one another in sin and aggression, and keep your duty to Allah. Surely Allah is severe in requiting evil. Forbidden to you is that which dies of itself, and blood, and flesh of swine, and that on which any other name than that of Allah has been invoked, and the strangled animal, and that beaten to death, and that killed by a fall, and that killed by goring with the horn, and that which wild beasts have eaten, except what you slaughter. and that which is sacrificed on stones set up for idols, and that you seek to divide by arrows. That is a transgression. This day have those who disbelieve despaired of your religion, so fear them not, and fear me. This day have I perfected for you your religion, and completed my favor to you, and chosen for you Islam as a religion. But whoever is compelled by hunger, not inclining willfully to sin, then surely Allah is forgiving, merciful. They ask thee as to what is allowed them. Say, the good things are allowed to you, and what you have taught the beasts and birds of prey, training them to hunt. You teach them of what Allah has taught you. So eat of that which they catch for you, and mention the name of Allah over it, and keep your duty to Allah. Surely Allah is swift in reckoning. This day all good things are made lawful for you, and the food of those who have been given the book is lawful for you, and your food is lawful for them. And so are the chaste from among the believing women, and the chaste from among those who have been given the book before you, when you give them their dowries, taking them in marriage, not fornicating, nor taking them for paramours in secret. And whoever denies faith, his work indeed is vain, and in the hereafter he is of the losers. Surah 5, Al-Ma'idah, the food, Section 2. Duty of uprightness, Ayah 6. O you who believe, when you rise up for prayer, wash your faces and your hands up to the elbows, and wipe your heads, and wash your feet up to the ankles. And if you are under an obligation, then wash yourselves. And if you are sick, or on a journey, or one of you comes from the privy, or you have had contact with women, and you cannot find water, betake yourselves to pure earth, and wipe your faces and your hands therewith. Allah desires not to place a burden on you, but He wishes to purify you, and that He may complete His favor on you, so that you may give thanks. And remember Allah's favor on you and His covenant with which He bound you, and you said, We have heard and we obey. And keep your duty to Allah. Surely Allah knows what is in the breasts. O you who believe, be upright for Allah, bearers of witness with justice, and let not hatred of a people incite you not to act equitably. Be just. That is nearer to observance of duty. And keep your duty to Allah. Surely Allah is aware of what you do. Allah has promised to those who believe and do good deeds, for them is forgiveness and a mighty reward. And those who disbelieve and reject our messages, such are the companions of the flaming fire. O you who believe, remember Allah's favor on you when a people had determined to stretch out their hands against you, but He withheld their hands from you. And keep your duty to Allah, and on Allah let the believers rely. Surah 5, Al-Ma'idah, the food, Section 3, Christian violation of the covenant, Ayah 12. And certainly Allah made a covenant with the children of Israel, and we raised up among them 12 chieftains. And Allah said, Surely I am with you. If you keep up prayer and pay the poor rate and believe in my messengers and assist them and offer to Allah a goodly gift, I will certainly cover your evil deeds and cause you to enter gardens wherein rivers flow. But whoever among you disbelieves after that, he indeed strays from the right way. But on account of their breaking their covenant, we cursed them and hardened their hearts. They alter the words from their places and neglect a portion of that whereof they were reminded. And thou wilt always discover treachery in them, excepting a few of them. So pardon them and forgive. Surely Allah loves those who do good to others. And with those who say, We are Christians, we made a covenant, but they neglected a portion of that whereof they were reminded. So we stirred up enmity and hatred among them to the day of resurrection. And Allah will soon inform them of what they did. O people of the book, indeed our messenger has come to you, making clear to you much of that which you concealed of the book, and passing over much. Indeed, there has come to you from Allah a light and a clear book, whereby Allah guides such as follow his pleasure into the ways of peace, and brings them out of darkness into light by his will, and guides them to the right path. They indeed disbelieve who say, surely Allah, he is the Messiah, son of Mary. Say, who then could control anything as against Allah, when he wished to destroy the Messiah, son of Mary, and his mother, and all those on the earth? And Allah's is the kingdom of the heavens and the earth, and what is between them. He creates what he pleases, and Allah is possessor of power over all things. And the Jews and the Christians say, we are the sons of Allah and his beloved ones. Say, why does he then chastise you for your sins? Nay, you are mortals from among those whom he has created. He forgives whom he pleases and chastises whom he pleases. And Allah's is the kingdom of the heavens and the earth, and what is between them, and to him is the eventual coming. O people of the book, indeed our messenger has come to you, explaining to you after a cessation of the messengers, lest you say, there came not to us a bearer of good news, nor a warner. So indeed a bearer of good news and a warner has come to you, and Allah is possessor of power over all things. Surah 5, Al-Ma'idah, the food, Section 4, Israelites' violation of the covenant, Ayah 20. And when Moses said to his people, O my people, remember the favor of Allah to you when he raised prophets among you, and made you kings, and gave you what he gave not to any other of the nations. O my people, enter the holy land which Allah has ordained for you, and turn not your backs, for then you will turn back losers. They said, O Moses, therein are a powerful people, and we shall not enter it until they go out from it. If they go out from it, then surely we will enter. 2 men of those who feared, on whom Allah had bestowed a favor, said, enter upon them by the gate, for when you enter it, you will surely be victorious, and put your trust in Allah, if you are believers. They said, O Moses, we will never enter it so long as they are in it. Go therefore thou and thy Lord, and fight. Surely here we sit. He said, my Lord, I have control of none but my own self and my brother, so distinguish between us and the transgressing people. He said, it will surely be forbidden to them for 40 years. They will wander about in the land, so grieve not for the transgressing people. Surah 5, Al-Ma'idah, the food, Section 5, Cain and Abel, murderous plots against the Prophet, Ayah 27. And relate to them with truth the story of the 2 sons of Adam, when they offered an offering, but it was accepted from one of them, and was not accepted from the other. He said, I will certainly kill thee. The other said, Allah accepts only from the dutiful. If thou stretch out thy hand against me to kill me, I shall not stretch out my hand against thee to kill thee. Surely I fear Allah, the Lord of the worlds. I would rather that thou shouldst bear the sin against me, and thine own sin. Thus thou wouldst be of the companions of the fire, and that is the recompense of the unjust. At length his mind made it easy for him to kill his brother, so he killed him. So he became one of the losers. Then Allah sent a crow scratching the ground to show him how to cover the dead body of his brother. He said, Woe is me! Am I not able to be as this crow and cover the dead body of my brother? So he became of those who regret. For this reason we prescribed for the children of Israel that whoever kills a person, unless it be for manslaughter or for mischief in the land, it is as though he had killed all men. And whoever saves a life, it is as though he had saved the lives of all men. And certainly our messengers came to them with clear arguments, but even after that many of them commit excesses in the land. The only punishment of those who wage war against Allah and his messenger and strive to make mischief in the land is that they should be murdered or crucified, or their hands and their feet should be cut off on opposite sides, or they should be imprisoned, This shall be a disgrace for them in this world, and in the hereafter they shall have a grievous chastisement, except those who repent before you overpower them. So know that Allah is forgiving, merciful. Surah 5, Al-Ma'idah, the Food, Section 6, Punishment of Offenders, Ayah 35. O you who believe, keep your duty to Allah and seek means of nearness to Him, and strive hard in His way that you may be successful. Those who disbelieve, even if they had all that is in the earth, and the like of it, with it, to ransom themselves therewith from the chastisement of the day of resurrection, it would not be accepted from them, and theirs is a painful chastisement. They would desire to come forth from the fire, and they will not come forth from it, and theirs is a lasting chastisement. And as for the man and the woman addicted to theft, cut off their hands as a punishment for what they have earned, an exemplary punishment from Allah, and Allah is mighty, wise. But whoever repents after his wrongdoing and reforms, Allah will turn to him mercifully. Surely Allah is forgiving, merciful. Knowest thou not that Allah is He to whom belongs the kingdom of the heavens and the earth? He chastises whom He pleases and forgives whom He pleases, and Allah is possessor of power over all things. O Messenger, let not those grieve thee who hasten to disbelief from among those who say with their mouths, We believe, and their hearts believe not, and from among those who are Jews. They are listeners for the sake of a lie, listeners for another people who have not come to thee. They alter the words after they are put in their proper places, saying, If you are given this, take it, and if you are not given this, be cautious. And he for whom Allah intends temptation, thou controllest not for him against Allah. Those are they whose hearts Allah intends not to purify. For them is disgrace in this world, and for them a grievous chastisement in the hereafter. Listeners for the sake of a lie, devourers of forbidden things, so if they come to thee, judge between them or turn away from them. And if thou turn away from them, they cannot harm thee at all. And if thou judge, judge between them with equity. Surely Allah loves the equitable. And how do they make thee a judge, and they have the Torah, wherein is Allah's judgment? Yet they turn away after that, and these are not believers. Surah 5, Al-Ma'idah, the Food, Section 7, the Qur'an and previous scriptures, Ayah 44. Surely we revealed the Torah, having guidance and light. By it did the prophets who submitted themselves to Allah judge for the Jews and the rabbis and the doctors of law, because they were required to guard the book of Allah, and they were witnesses thereof. So fear not the people, and fear me, and take not a small price for my messages. And whoever judges not by what Allah has revealed, those are the disbelievers. And we prescribed to them in it that life is for life, and eye for eye, and nose for nose, and ear for ear, and tooth for tooth, and for wounds retaliation. But whoso forgoes it, it shall be an expiation for him. And whoever judges not by what Allah has revealed, those are the wrongdoers. And we sent after them in their footsteps Jesus, son of Mary, verifying that which was before him of the Torah, and we gave him the gospel containing guidance and light, and verifying that which was before it of the Torah, and a guidance and an admonition for the dutiful. And let the people of the gospel judge by that which Allah has revealed in it, and whoever judges not by what Allah has revealed, those are the transgressors. And we have revealed to thee the book and the truth, verifying that which is before it of the book, and a guardian over it. So judge between them by what Allah has revealed, and follow not their low desires, turning away from the truth that has come to thee. For every one of you we appointed a law and a way, And if Allah had pleased, he would have made you a single people, but that he might try you in what he gave you. So vie one with another in virtuous deeds. To Allah you will all return. So he will inform you of that wherein you differed. And that thou shouldst judge between them by what Allah has revealed, and follow not their low desires, and be cautious of them, lest they seduce thee from part of what Allah has revealed to thee. Then, if they turn away, know that Allah desires to afflict them for some of their sins, and surely many of the people are transgressors. Is it then the judgment of the ignorance that they desire? And who is better than Allah to judge for a people who are sure? Surah 5, Al-Ma'idah, the Food, Section 8, Relations of Muslims with Enemies, Ayah 51. O you who believe, take not the Jews and the Christians for friends. They are friends of each other. And whoever amongst you takes them for friends, he is indeed one of them. Surely Allah guides not the unjust people. But thou seest those in whose hearts is a disease hastening towards them, saying, We fear lest a calamity should befall us. Maybe Allah will bring the victory or a commandment from himself, so they will regret what they hid in their souls. And those who believe will say, Are these they who swore by Allah with their most forcible oaths that they were surely with you? Their deeds will bear no fruit, so they will be losers. O you who believe, should any one of you turn back from his religion, then Allah will bring a people whom he loves and who love him, humble towards believers, mighty against the disbelievers, striving hard in Allah's way, and not fearing the censure of any censurer. This is Allah's grace. He gives it to whom he pleases, and Allah is ample giving, knowing. Only Allah is your friend, and his messenger, and those who believe, those who keep up prayer and pay the poor rate, and they bow down. And whoever takes Allah and his messenger and those who believe for friend, surely the party of Allah, they shall triumph. Surah 5, Al-Ma'idah, the Food, Section 9, the Mockers, Ayah 57. O you who believe, take not for friends those who take your religion as a mockery and a sport from among those who were given the book before you and the disbelievers, and keep your duty to Allah if you are believers. And when you call to prayer, they take it as a mockery and a sport. That is because they are a people who understand not. Say, O people of the book, do you find fault with us for aught except that we believe in Allah and in that which has been revealed to us, and that which was revealed before, while most of you are transgressors? Say, shall I inform you of those worse than this in retribution from Allah? They are those whom Allah has cursed, and upon whom he brought his wrath, and of whom he made apes and swine, and who serve the devil. These are in a worse plight and further astray from the straight path. And when they come to you, they say, We believe, and surely they come in unbelief, and they go forth in it. And Allah knows best what they conceal. And thou seest many of them vying one with another in sin and transgression, and they're devouring illegal gain. Certainly, evil is that which they do. Why do not the rabbis and the doctors of law prohibit them from their sinful utterances and their devouring unlawful gain? Certainly, evil are the works they do. And the Jews say, The hand of Allah is tied up. Their own hands are shackled, and they are cursed for what they say. Nay, both his hands are spread out. He disperses as he pleases, and that which has been revealed to thee from thy Lord will certainly make many of them increase in inordinacy and disbelief. And we have cast among them enmity and hatred till the day of resurrection. Whenever they kindle a fire for war, Allah puts it out, and they strive to make mischief in the land, and Allah loves not the mischief makers. And if the people of the book had believed and kept their duty, we would certainly have removed from them their evils and made them enter gardens of bliss. And if they had observed the Torah and the gospel and that which is revealed to them from their Lord, they would certainly have eaten from above them and from beneath their feet. There is a party of them keeping to the moderate course, and most of them, evil is that which they do. Surah 5, Al-Ma'idah, the food. Section 10, Christian deviation from the truth, Ayah 67. O Messenger, deliver that which has been revealed to thee from thy Lord, and if thou do it not, thou hast not delivered his message. And Allah will protect thee from men. Surely Allah guides not the disbelieving people. Say, O people of the book, you follow no good till you observe the Torah and the gospel and that which is revealed to you from your Lord. And surely that which has been revealed to thee from thy Lord will make many of them increase in inordinacy and disbelief. So grieve not for the disbelieving people. Surely those who believe and those who are Jews and the Sabians and the Christians, whoever believes in Allah in the last day and does good, they shall have no fear, nor shall they grieve. Certainly we made a covenant with the children of Israel, and we sent to them messengers. Whenever a messenger came to them with that which their souls desired not, some of them they called liars, and some they even sought to kill. And they thought that there would be no affliction, so they became blind and deaf. Then Allah turned to them mercifully, but many of them, again, became blind and deaf. And Allah is seer of what they do. Certainly they disbelieve who say, Allah, He is the Messiah, son of Mary. And the Messiah said, O children of Israel, serve Allah, my Lord and your Lord. Surely whoever associates others with Allah, Allah has forbidden to him the garden, and his abode is the fire. And for the wrongdoers there will be no helpers. Certainly they disbelieve who say, Allah is the third of the three, and there is no God but one God. And if they desist not from what they say, a painful chastisement will surely befall such of them as disbelieve. Will they not then turn to Allah and ask His forgiveness? And Allah is forgiving, merciful. The Messiah, son of Mary, was only a messenger. Messengers before him had indeed passed away, and his mother was a truthful woman. They both used to eat food. See how we make the messages clear to them. Then behold how they are turned away. Say, do you serve besides Allah that which controls for you neither harm nor good? And Allah, He is the hearing, the knowing. Say, O people of the book, exaggerate not in the matter of your religion unjustly, and follow not the low desires of people who went astray before, and led many astray, and went astray from the right path. Surah 5, Al-Ma'idah, the food, Section 11, Christian nearness to Islam, Ayah 78. Those who disbelieved from among the children of Israel were cursed by the tongue of David and Jesus, son of Mary. This was because they disobeyed and exceeded the limits. They forbade not one another the hateful things they did. Evil indeed was what they did. Thou seest many of them befriending those who disbelieve. Certainly, evil is that which their souls send before for them, so that Allah is displeased with them, and in chastisement will they abide. And if they believed in Allah and the Prophet and that which is revealed to him, they would not take them for friends, but most of them are transgressors. Thou wilt certainly find the most violent of people in enmity against the believers to be the Jews and the idolaters. And thou wilt find the nearest in friendship to the believers to be those who say, We are Christians. That is because there are priests and monks among them, and because they are not proud. This is the conclusion of Part 6, Juz 6 of the Holy Qur'an.